Ladies and gentlemen, episode 94 of the DREWCAST. I'm your host, Mellow15. It's a little, this opener so far, bro. With me tonight, my disembodied but never bodied voice. Got J.O. and, back to the DREWCAST. I know you guys are thinking, you know what I mean? And, let's just right out the gate. I just I'm wearing an Adidas jacket, man. And I know a couple weeks ago I said the people who founded Adidas were Nazis, and they were, and you know what I mean? And I almost wore an Adidas jacket last week for the J50 episode. And I was like, I can't wear it, bro. I can't wear it because a couple weeks prior I did the whole they were founded by Nazis bit, which they were. It's not a bit. Kind of funny though, but and then so today I wore it and I'm like,
it's kind of good you didn't either, because we talked about the whole I got the stripes with fuck Adidas line.
Yeah, and then I would have and the jacket literally had stripes, all that. And all that. I would have been, you guys would have clowned me for sure. I mean, last week was like and I saw when I interrupted James, bro, that was really bad. But in the moment I didn't know, like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I interpreted that different in the moment. Like I just straight up thought he was done. Right? And that's talked. But when you watch that back on cam, doesn't look good, bro.
Nah, but you even talked like you knew you were interrupting him, because you were like, I just think that like you like stopped.
It was bad. It was so bad, bro. And I felt really, James, my bad, though. Like, people who watch that for the first time, maybe they don't know me and James, right? Cool. Maybe you're one of the new subscribers, right? And if everybody who's listening right now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, I'm wearing an Adidas hoodie. This is why I'm bringing it up, but if you don't know me and James, cool, right? But like, bro, you watch it for the first and you see me interrupt him. This is what this guy does. This is the type of operation. Really it's bad, bro.
You interrupted the fuck out of him.
It's bad. It's like, this is the type of operation this guy runs here. Should I subscribe? No. Should I support him? Because, what about when I go to do a Patreon? Oh, you want us to pay? You interrupt people. So you say it was bad. And sorry, again, James, my bad, dude. And again, the guys behind me, the fucking peanut gallery, you guys were killing me. The peanut gallery was, you guys were killing me. You had every right to.
You might have not noticed it until you watched it back, but I don't know about Josh. Josh did too. Like, we noticed that shit the second you did. I was like, bro, what?
And I don't think I've ever done that before. And all my time of doing this YouTube shit with people, I don't think I've interrupted anybody as bad as that. It was crazy, bro. But
I was dying when I watched it back, because like, it was just as bad as I remember.
Yeah, dude. It was really bad. Once I was watching it, like doing the clips of the night and the timestamping, I was like, oh no, baby, that's not good. That's not looking too good. But yeah, my bad, James. Whatever, dude. Everybody, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what happens when I go so long without doing a Say What's Real. Sometimes I just, you know what I mean? I'm so used to talking to myself. My bad. So. Yeah, earlier this week, I found myself doing this thing that I hate. I hate when other people do it too. But you know what I mean. But I do it too, man. It's when old people, like, you talk to them like they're babies. And like you do the whole. And I don't know why we do that. I know why we talk to babies as babies, right? But even that is getting weird to me now. Right now, I gotta start talking to my niece like an adult. Like, you know what I mean? Because she's in school now. She's been in there a couple years now. She's smarter. Me and you had this conversation like a year ago. I know you remember this, Justin, but like once she first started school, I was like, bro, give her like a year or two. She's going to be killing us, bro. She's going to be fucking killing us. She's going to be smarter than us.
She was saying like, bro.
She's already like hella woke. Like, bro, crazy, bro. Like, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hella proud of her. Like, crazy woke, crazy smart. So like, I can't like do the whole, do you want a cake? I talked to Noah, like I back her. No, but my niece is too smart for that. Both of my nieces actually that live here. Both of them, bro. Even Josh's daughter is like hella weirdly, madly smart, dude. I remember at like 2, I would be like, oh, what time is it? And she's like, oh, I don't have a clock. It's like, you don't, bro. You only 2? Let's get her a clock, dude. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, and it's weird doing that now. Like, I feel weird doing it to the younger kids. Like do the whole, like, you wanna, but then you catch yourself like, dude, what am I doing, bro? But it's natural to talk to babies like that, right? But like, I don't know, we do it to like old people now too. I used to hate that shit, but then I caught myself doing that. Like I was helping this old lady. Remember, I was like helping her. It's like, oh, do you want me to carry that? oh, do you want me? And it's like, bro, what I was thinking, it's like, bro, that was probably so cringe. She's probably like, just give me my fucking TV.
Yeah, I used to have a manager, like, when I very first started there. I won't grease her, but she used to do that shit hella bad, dude. Like, blatant as fuck. Like, really slow and, like, high pitch. Like, are you sure you don't want help? It's like, dude, they don't.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like, in my experience, it just being an adult or working or just, being in the general public, I've never had an old person check me for it. Right? So do you think they know that we're talking to them like that? Or do you think they're just so old that it's just like they like it?
No, I think that they kind of need you to talk like that. Not all old people, but I think some old people need you to talk like that because they just don't process shit the way they used to. So they need you to talk slower because,
the computer's not fired, bro.
It's not up to speed.
Grandpa would fucking have our tongues, bro, if we started. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain people. I would never talk to any of my grandpas like that. Great grandpa. You know what I mean? I'm not like, hey, grandpa. He's like, what are you doing? Like, I can shut you down, right? Like, I just literally push a button.
Yeah, like, I think if when you were to have like a full conversation with like somebody that didn't process stuff, like you would say something like, hey, man, what'd you do today? Like, hey, whoa, slow down now.
Slow down now. Yeah, there's a lot of people who talk like that too. Now. Come on, Neil. But they be spitting game. We talk to them like babies, but those guys always spit hella game at bitches, dude. The old guys who are like, come on now. You go slide on through now. Come on now. It's like, bro, that's crazy. And girls fall for it every time. If you have money and you talk like that, bro, you're getting pussy. Like, that's crazy to me, bro. They have the most game. Old ladies, bro, I don't know what it is. We talk to them like that too, but like older women, they be hating on younger women, bro. You ladies, it's true too. Don't watch this clip and lie. Okay? Don't watch the clip like, bro, old ladies be fucking mad hating on young women, though, bro. A young girl comes into work looking good. You shouldn't be working here. You should be working at the Macy's. Where the pretty girls just stand there all day. Yeah, that's what you should. You know what I mean? It's like backhanded, like wow, thanks, Tammy. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Or like, yeah, I remember when I was pretty. Like, are you still not pretty? I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like but yeah. I caught myself doing it. Whatever. I tried to like stop it, and like I was like, bro, it's so addicting, bro. It's, you know what I mean? Like when you see a puppy, you just went, oh, like come here, bro. Like when we got Ringo for the first time, bro. When we got Ringo for the first time, that's all I talked to him like for the first year, bro. I babied that boy. That's why, like, now I be looking at him like, bro, yeah, he made me drop my laptop the other day. I put it on the table. I walked away because I was rendering a fucking TikTok clip. I put it on the table and I go to eat, right? Yeah, I have a life outside of this too. Like, wow, surprise, right? But you wouldn't be able to tell by the way I post. But yeah, I go to eat. This guy knocks the laptop off the table, right? I was like, yeah, bro, all that baby shit's out the window now. You're getting packed. Bro, me and him have like a Bart and Homer relationship, dude. I be fucking packing my cat out, bro. Like, real talk. Like, bro, I love him, dude, but like sometimes I have to like choke him, on Friday and kick the shit out of him. You're my foot up a cat's ass all day. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, bro. I be sometimes, bro. He be looking at Emily too. Like, she ain't gonna save you, dog. You know what I mean? If you can pay for this laptop, then by all means, save him. But yeah. And speaking of old people, man, Thanksgiving's coming up, and this episode will be out after Thanksgiving. But I want to wish you guys, everybody, a happy Thanksgiving with their families, and eat all the food you can. Hey, listen, man, and I'm a huge deviled egg guy, and I'm just gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be,
I seen someone they posted a picture and it was like a deviled egg with like a basically like a chicken nugget. It wasn't a chicken nugget, but it was like the shape of a chicken nugget, and it was chicken on top of the deviled egg. I'm like, nah, bro, you're just doing too much.
Yeah, that's too much, bro. Yeah, what are we doing, bro? But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I've been to a couple Thanksgivings. I would say I'm not gonna front, bro. Kylie makes some fire deviled eggs, bro. You know what I mean? I told her this the last time when she made them. I was almost in tears, bro. It was for your birthday party.
Yeah,
Remember the
just
dinner
like,
we had?
yeah, I saw the chicken thing and I was like, bro, they're just trying to like remix the deviled egg. Just stop trying to fuck with the culture.
I ate one of Kylie's deviled eggs and I was just bro. I looked at him like, oh, bro, what is this, dude? But yeah, there was a couple Thanksgivings. I forgot which one. I actually do know which one it is, but I have to see these people that day so I can diss them. But yeah, there was a couple deviled eggs. There was no seasoning in it. Like not even Johnny Salt Blood. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there was no seasoning, and I'm like, bro, this is such a huge crime against humanity. If you're in charge of the deviled eggs, season them, bro. See, you know what I mean? That's so bad. Like if you go to a fucking family event and you bring subpar deviled eggs, bro, you should not be allowed anymore, bro. Just off that. You know, families beef for way less. Families beef for way less, bro. And people show up with subpar deviled eggs. It's like, yeah, but and the crazy thing about our family is like we celebrate Thanksgiving, but we have hella native people in our family now. But before we did too, you know, from like Grandpa David and them. But like now we do with like you, like the girlfriends you guys have, and it's like we're stuck in a conundrum. Like, do I celebrate it? Sorry, my nose itched. And I'm not editing that. And the conundrum is, we don't got time. But the conundrum is, do I celebrate Thanksgiving because we have hella native people in our family, or do I not? You know, and then, but it's kind of like a yes or yes. Oh, because we're celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, you learn all the. I'm sorry, this sounds really bad, but I'm that hungry. Okay, I'm that hungry. You learn all the facts about Thanksgiving, right? You learn the people behind it and like what really happened and like the treatment of certain people. And it's just like, but the turkey is done, you know? You know what I mean?
I don't think people even really, do people care about that anymore?
I mean, yeah, there is.
Thanksgiving kind of just hasn't, it became something completely different.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Like, hey, we're going to get together, we're going to eat, and we're just going to
give thanks to everything we have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not all about, you know.
Maybe back in the day it used to be about that, and I'm actually glad it's not about that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, why? What are we celebrating? You guys did what to who? You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah,
I'm not celebrating that, bro.
This get together holiday now.
It kind of, what's more cringy is when people like dick ride Christopher Columbus and them. You know, I know he's not the one that invented Thanksgiving, but you know, like the pilgrims and the people who came over here. But when people actually like celebrate that, like we came over on the Mayflower, and then like it's like, yeah, so what, bro? Like, you know, like. If you didn't come over here on the Mayflower, we'd be doing this in another country right now.
It's like when people try to say Halloween is about like devil this and
it's not about the devil, dog.
Bro, it might even if it was about that at some point, like it's not that now.
Yeah,
like we just dress up and get candy.
It's basically for our families, for the kids. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to look, man. This is honestly my honest take about Halloween. Okay, kids come first. Let's get the kids candy. Let's have them have a good time. Then the drugs and alcohol come second. Okay, that's what Halloween is. Not the devil, not but where we're from, that's when they do a Day of the Dead celebration. That's our culture. Mexico, you know, Latinos in Mexico, they do a whole Day of the Dead celebration, and you know, to remember the family members that died.
So when people Americanized version of Halloween, yeah.
So when they're like, oh, it's the day, like the devil, like bro, in some cultures we celebrate that, and our culture is that. So, yeah, people when they're like trying to make the holiday something else, like, yeah, bro, I don't fuck with Christopher Columbus and them either, bro. I know he didn't invent Thanksgiving, but those type of people, yeah. And that's kind of like the stuff that people be talking about at Thanksgiving too, which is crazy, bro. Remember last year? I think it was one of the years you and Kylie ended up going to me and Emily's mom's. And they were all talking about like the natives and like, remember like the meaning of Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
And like they did the whole look. They didn't, but I wish they did. I wish they all would have turned and be like, so what do you think, Kylie? You know, because she's native, and like that's kind of where I thought that conversation was heading. Like they were all talking about it as if a real Native American wasn't sitting amongst them. You know what I mean? Like Kylie, bro, like that's crazy.
The moment we recognized that too, no offense, but the fucking whitest guy in the room was sitting there.
Yeah,
just trying to like give.
And no, but it sounded like they were going in. They were going in about the history, right? Like they could have been 100% right, but bro, we had a full blown Native in that bitch. No one consulted her. It's like when white people get together and talk about black problems. You know what I mean? What should we do about all the black people getting killed by cops? Not a single black person in that room. You know, like that's kind of what it felt like. Like maybe we need we need the black person here to talk about black people problem, you know. So what are we doing? But yeah. So, but anyways, like Thanksgiving, like one of my favorite Thanksgiving memories ever is like, there's so many. I mean, I love doing I miss playing football, bro. You know what I mean? When are we gonna get? We
used to have that shit turned, bro.
Yeah, dude, for real, like, bro. And we saw our fucking youth pastor's ass. He almost got packed out. Like, bro, it's like I love that. Like, come on, dude, where has that been? I didn't get up at 6 a.m. to come here and not see ass and someone get packed out, bro. Like, I miss that every year. You know, we were killing it, dude. We used to play in that really shitty, muddy field where like everybody ended up looking like a chocolate bar afterwards because there was like a hella mud all over us. I remember they took a picture one year and the fucking school's athletic director was like, I see a Mount Rainier jersey. Like, yeah, come take it. Come get it back in blood, bro. You know what I mean? Rowie? Yeah, bro, fuck you, dog. Come get that jersey back in blood, dude. He commented like I was going to turn it in. Like, I was going to like, oh, sorry, here's the school's jersey back. No, dude, go get that shit back in blood, dude. Next year, come to, really? Come to our, like, there wasn't other people in like their Mount Rainier jerseys. It was me. He pinpointed, like, hey, Ortiz, get on your knees, bro. Give me that jersey back. But that's crazy. What is your favorite thing? Do you have a favorite? Like, what is one that you think is like in our pantheon of like? I remember when we lived in Idaho, we did Thanksgiving with like great grandpa Bill. That was cool. Like that type of stuff is cool because it's like a legacy Thanksgiving. Like we never
barely remember that.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I kind of remember like. Yeah, barely.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it with great grandma Lucy and Sally and all them, which is cool. It's like a legacy Thanksgiving, like I said. Like, there's some Thanksgivings that, like, you know what I mean? And has there ever been, like, a really big beef at any of our Thanksgivings? I don't think so, right? No. We've always had really cool Thanksgivings. And I don't ever remember there being, like, beefs. Maybe last year we can consider that, but, like, that wasn't a big
Thanksgiving. It's just kind of, like, normal. I mean, it's like I said, it's just the day you get together with your family and just eat and spend time together.
I mean, fuck.
That's why it's hella weird when people try to treat it like it's anything other than that. I can get like other cultures, right?
Yeah.
But like America, like American culture, like even though, whatever, yeah. That's literally what it is. So like my memories of that is different, special. Like we'd just get together and eat.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
probably what you said though. We used the football days. That was fun.
Those were go. They were go, bro. I mean. Waking up with our friends and hey.
I had a few
Ben, when I say curl. Too. Oh yeah, I went to one of those with you. Yeah, that was fun too. I mean, we were on an actual field this time. I was able to actually throw.
I think it's fun because like we actually played football.
Yeah.
And, like the people that we went to those events
they didn't
were
play
like
football, bro. They were couch potatoes, bro.
Yeah, so like Thanksgiving was like the only day of the year that they played football.
I used to love ripping old heads, bro.
We can throw and run and catch and do all that shit. They were just like, in awe.
I used to love ripping old heads, bro. Honestly, like they were so fun to rip, dude. And, like, yeah, fall down, bro. Oh yeah, you took 8 steps and now you're clutching your ankle, bro. Nah, fuck that shit, dude. Just take an Adderall, dog. I'm not Adderall, a pain medicine. Sorry, why would I say Adderall? But anyways, yeah. No. So the food again, deviled eggs. I'm sorry. I'm going to Emily's mom's for Thanksgiving this year. I'm fucking smashing them, bro. And the greens, too. There's somebody going... There's someone that's going to be there that they make probably one of the best greens plates I've ever had, bro. They're making... And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I mean? The other shit... I think Thanksgiving, too, is a good time for I would say forgiveness, but also, like, family talks. You know, like, hey, we're all here together. Why don't we, see what we're thankful for? And some people, they take the Thanksgiving to end beefs. Hey, man, what are we doing, bro? Like, like you can't beef when there's deviled eggs in front of you. When there's like turkey and cranberry sauce and like, you know what I mean? Like pie, you're going to beef in front of food? Bro, think about that for a second.
That's a bar.
Yeah, bro, I'm not about to beef in front of the turkey, dog. Like, why don't we just like, come on, let's shake hands, bro. No more beefing, man. Just look at me, you know what I mean? Look me in my eye type shit. Give me your hand, And let's you know what I mean? Let's give it another year until we talk about our feelings, because we can't talk about our feelings throughout the rest of the year. That's not how that works as adults. We don't talk about our feelings until like the holidays come up, but Christmas is kind of the same. And speaking of forgiveness too, this has nothing to do with the holidays, but I wanted to bring this up. This has been in the fucking all over my Twitter feed, the whole, Chris Brown and the AMAs. His AMA performance, and
what happened?
He was supposed to do a Michael Jackson tribute. They canceled the show. a lot of people were suggesting that it was because of like the whole Rihanna thing and like just other stuff that he's been through, which is crazy.
Why
right?
would they even sign him up for it?
Exactly. That's what people are saying. Like he missed his son's first birthday to like prepare for that show, and then they end up doing that, which is like crazy to me. That's so unprofessional, right? You guys knew what he was when you booked it. Come to find out, he wins an award there actually, and Kelly Rowland is presenting the award, and she like defends him, like, you know, hey, we should forgive him. Like it's been a long time. You know, on his behalf, she accepts the award. Great, and it was actually like super cool.
Bro, that's not even the worst thing that people be doing nowadays.
Yeah, and that's kind of,
think about it, like hitting a girl is obviously that's bad, but like if you look at like some of the shit that other people be doing and getting awards for it, still that's not even the worst thing that you could have done. Blueface does that on like a daily.
Yeah,
he's not out here winning awards.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not, but he's also not Chris Brown level fame.
Yeah,
I mean, Chris Brown. I sent you this the other night, bro. But that song with him and Joel Santana on the remix. Mm-hmm. That's a body, bro. That might go into the pantheon of like the best songs ever type shit. Run It. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? But you guys are not gonna sit here and say that Run It isn't a banger in any generation. You can play Run It now, and that song still hits, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? So, and they greased them too with that other Joel Santana song. Remember the Back to the Crib? I mean, that song should have been crazy big, but it was around the time that all that was happening, and you know, he was getting out of his like R&B shell type stuff. That song should have been way bigger too, bro. We're not gonna, but that's what I'm trying to say. So when it comes, and this is a hard topic because it does involve abuse. It does involve abusers. It does involve a lot of bad stuff involving that, right? I'm not gonna be the throw the stone at a glass house type of guy. I'm not gonna judge him, right? I don't know him. I don't know Chris Brown. But you're right, Justin. Good thing that you pointed that out. There's a lot of people who have done worse, who do worse, and still win awards. Mm-hmm. They still get recognition. People still give them their flowers. I mean, R. Kelly still has fans, bro. I mean, R. Kelly's not out here performing at award shows anymore, right? But you know, people act like Chris Brown. I mean, yes, there's a lot of people who don't like how he has blood ties, like, you know, like the blood gangs and stuff like that. But like, bro, does that mean he doesn't deserve forgiveness? Like, someone try to use that. Oh, and he affiliated himself with the Bloods, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve forgiveness as well. You know, there's people who join the army and kill people. Do they not deserve forgiveness? There's people who become cops and kill people. Do they not deserve forgiveness? Like, what are we?
I don't know when that started. When did that start? Where like if you just make a mistake, you're kind of just like completely written off.
Well, it wasn't like that when me and you in middle school. I don't remember that when me and you in high school, middle school. I don't remember that being as bad. But like right after high school, bro, like the second you made a mistake, the second you whatever, bro, like people were on you.
Let's look it up real quick.
Yeah,
but
there's no letting up. Like they didn't care. There was no forgiveness for you. There was none of that. And so,
because like people did the same thing with like X, because he had an abusive history.
Yeah, and like when you read their stuff on his stuff, that was crazy.
It's
bro.
Really bad. But like some people. I'm not saying it's an excuse for his actions, but some people have to remember that like they're kids.
Yeah, and
are you not supposed to like?
You give a kid that level of fame and money, and you don't expect him to make mistakes. And I know that abusing women isn't a mistake, right? That's very serious stuff, and that's what I'm saying. It's really hard to talk about this subject because it's not like I don't want people who watch this to think I'm sitting here keeping from him and everything. But like if he's learned from his situation and he's willing to grow and he's willing to take responsibility and hold himself accountable, I feel like people deserve forgiveness, man. If they're willing to take the right steps and they're willing to go through the right, you know, the right path, of course. And did you find out where it started?
Well, the main thing I was looking up is like, I'm not looking at like where it started, but like X, for example, the earliest article I could find just off this little quick search. So again, I could be wrong. It's 2016. So he was literally 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's like a senior in high school.
Yeah. I mean, I think
it doesn't excuse his actions, but you should allow that human being to, if he wants to change, and
you should allow him to change.
And it seemed like he was trying to. Like every, you know, from some of the shit he would talk about or the music he would make or like videos, interviews, whatever you want to call them, it looked like he was trying to better himself.
Do you think that people, like especially his fan base, do you think they fall in love with what they're familiar with?
What do you mean?
A lot of them come from abusive households or they've been abused or they are abusers, Do you think some people's fan bases kind of just connect with like the real life like link to that? Like, do you think like some of these people are like, oh yeah, man, I feel for you, bro, because I used to go through that. I'm not trying to link like that to that, but what I'm trying to say is like Chris Brown, bro, like if he's willing to take all the routes to actually change and prove that he's overcome that situation, he does deserve forgiveness, bro.
And for Chris Brown, he was 20. So it's kind of similar, but like you're allowed to make mistakes, and forgiveness doesn't have to be for everybody or whatever. But if these people are like showing that they're not that human anymore, that they're trying to like make amends and be better and all that kind of stuff, like who are we to
we're not
hold that over someone's head for their whole life?
Yeah, every time they do something, didn't you?
Aren't you the same guy that fucking beat Rihanna? Like,
And if you read the reports and stuff, she was hitting him too, and no one ever brings that up. She didn't deserve what happened to her. You shouldn't be putting hands on nobody at all, like man or woman. You shouldn't feel like you need to put hands on somebody. And a lot of us in this family, we've had to fucking grow with that sentiment, right? Like physical violence in general just isn't good. Whether or not you're a man or woman, it just, come on, that's just not how we're supposed to handle things, right? Sometimes you do, but yeah. So if you read like the actual report and you actually like dive deep into like the story, I mean, it kind of seemed like he was saying she was doing some of that kind of stuff too. Not to that full extent, but you mix in the whole, you're young people make stupid mistakes all the time. You mix in the fame, the money, like everything surrounding that situation. And, I feel bad that both of those two were in that situation. Like I like there should have been something different that didn't end that way. Right. But yeah. And a lot of people won't forgive Chris Brown, but like they'll fucking forgive their aunts and uncles or their grandpa at Thanksgiving. We just talked about Thanksgiving, but at Thanksgiving, you see your fucking dad beat your mom all the time and you forgive him. So.
And that was now like 13 years ago. So
that's crazy.
If he was 20, he's half of more than that now. So that's crazy that 13 years have passed and people still. I think what it is more to do with like fandom. Like if you're a fan of Rihanna, or like
you're just gonna side on her.
Yeah, just something.
It is what it is, man. But I feel like he deserves forgiveness though. But yeah, to end the night off, I'll make this really quick. Disney, and I'm actually really interested in this next topic because Disney replaced their CEO. I guess he found out the same day that they, announced it to the news. Funny, but so there's a lot of rumors surrounding Lucasfilm, and there's heavy rumors suggesting that their president, Kathleen Kennedy, is going to be gone. She won't be the president anymore. Whether or not she steps down willingly or they fire her. Whatever happens with that situation, a lot of people are happy about that. I am one of them. I don't actually like hate her as a person. Like I don't personally know her. I just, some of the decisions she's made as president, I wouldn't have made, or I wouldn't have said some of the things that she has said because she just, I don't know. I don't think she and people like her are in the same like world we're living in. I think their minds are somewhere else. But my hope is the person who takes over for Kathleen Kennedy, if the report is true, I hope they get somebody who just knows Star Wars, bro. Like they love it, they know it, and it's not hard. I could literally give the Star Wars franchise to you, Justin, and you would put out a movie and it would make $1 billion or close to $1 billion. So when people are like, oh, but she made a lot of money. Yeah, because she has Star Wars. I could give Star Wars to a little kid. They would put out a movie and that movie would still make hella money. It's Star Wars, bro. The brand sells itself. So she should be doing more with the franchise she was given. She didn't. So the next person they have come in, I just hope that they know about the lore. They love the lore. And they just know you're not going to please everybody, right? But like there's a way to do it where like the majority can get pleased and you can still attract new fans and still please like the hardcore sweaty Star Wars nerds, right? There's a way to do both, I feel. So, but yeah, like when people are like, oh, her movies, but yeah, bro, anybody can have Star Wars and do good, bro. It's not hard. I'm promising you it's not hard when you have a franchise that sells itself, you know what I mean? Like no, bro, like that's not how that works. So And yeah, I mean that was him. He found out he wasn't CEO the same day. That's fucking hilarious to me. But I mean, I don't advocate for anybody losing their job that way. But like, bro, when these guys, that's all they think about with Lucasfilm and Disney. You notice all the Disney products now. I'm not trying to be that guy, but everything is like just so like not that this is bad, but like everything has to be a female lead. Everything has to be this. There has to be like, there's like, instead of just making a good movie, it's almost like they have a criteria list.
So they have to have like a little checkbox.
Yeah, and you can tell when they do it. Yeah, and like that's all they're doing is just stuffing woke shit through like their TV shows and their movies. You can tell as the consumer, you can tell when it's natural, right? It's natural. But Disney doesn't come off like they do it in a natural way. Like everything's like a list. Like we have to have, you know, our black actress, our trans actor, our woman lead. We have to have a fucking somebody in a wheelchair, so we're not ableist. We have to have somebody who, you know what I mean? Like, and so instead of making good product, they're just focusing on the whole opposite of what you would do to make a good movie. You would just make a good movie. You wouldn't make a good, well, we have to have this in the movie, so let's work around it, right? And I get it. Art is subjective, right? Art is subjective. So, you know, some people like that, other people don't. I hope whoever takes over for her, though, yes, no one ever cared, especially in our little group. I don't know about the whole world, but like no one cares like when there's like a female or male black lead. No one cares that you had a woman as a lead, as long as you just make good movies and good TV shows. You know, I know the people we know, they're not sitting in front of a TV, right? It's like, get that black lady off screen. Like, no, bro, like for real, because like, bro, if it makes a good movie, it makes a good movie. But we can tell when you're doing it in a way that's trying to like manipulate your fans and kind of like sway certain things a certain way. That's when it becomes an issue. But yeah, that's tonight's episode, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, thank you for your continued support. I love you guys. I love doing this, man. I had fun the last couple weeks. The views are up. The shorts are killing it. You know what I mean? The TikToks are killing it. As long as me and Justin keep our heads strong, we know our goal. We know what we're trying to achieve. We're going to get there. And I'm excited the journey. I feel like I always say this to you guys, but the journey isn't done yet, bro. Like it's literally not done. We have so much more to offer, so much more to give the world. I want to start, bro, like one day I hope this channel becomes like The Volume. I told Justin this off camera, but Colin Cowherd has a network on YouTube. It's The Volume, and I want that to become this one day. You know, I would love if like Josh had his own sports show on here, or Justin did his thing, or it doesn't even have to be Justin and Josh, but people I fuck with, people I love, you know what I mean? Like one day in the future, if it gets big, I hope my nephews and nieces can have their own show or whatever. And my goal is the world... Legacy media, those days are done, bro. Like there's a lot more creators out there that aren't just CNN, Fox, and like the big ones you guys know about, right? A lot of people have passions and a lot of people love to create. And I love giving those people a voice. I love you guys getting to know them, getting to watch them, and watching us grow too. It's actually hella fun. So, but yeah, until next time, guys, peace.